F is a continuous non-decreasing function with f of 0 equals to 0 and f of 1 equals to 1. Define g uh, by g is equals to min of x such that f of x is greater than or equal to y. Okay, so the first part tells me that f is a function on the unit square, defined on the unit square, which starts from one corner and ends on another corner. So let me just draw a square to get a better control on my diagram. So this is my unit square. Uh, to draw black. Okay. All right. So my function. So this is my point 0. This is my point 1 on the x-axis. On the y-axis, which plots f of x. This is again origin. This is 1. So my function starts from this corner and ends at this corner. That's what this part says. F of 0 is 0. F of 1 is 1. Now define a function g by g is equals to min of x such that f of x is greater than or equal to y. So g of y for any value y, for any point y, g of y is min of minimum x for which f of x is greater than or equal to y. So let's say you talk about g, suppose the function actually looks like this. Okay, let's draw a random function. Suppose this is my f of x. Okay, suppose you are interested in g of 0.5. So g of 0.5 is minimum value of x in the interval 0 to 1 such that f of x is greater than or equal to y. So let's draw the point half. So this is your 0.5. Okay, so this is your 0.5. So what he's saying is the minimum x for which f of x is greater than equals to y. So f of x is greater than equals to y, y value is 0.5, f of x is greater than or equal to y for all these values. So the possible values of x for which f of x is greater than equals to y becomes these values. Of these, the minimum value of x is going to be this one. Okay. On the other hand, if you have another function which looks like this, okay, so in this situation, uh, f of x is greater than equals to y. So f of x is greater than equals to y in this zone, in this region, and in this region. Okay, so the corresponding values of x, they become these. Okay, of these, the minimum value is this one. Yeah. So g of 0.5 is basically that value of x for which f of x becomes equal to 0.5 for the first time. Okay. So in general, g of y is basically that value of x for which f of x is equal to y for the first time. Okay. All right. So what kind of a function will it be? If g is continuous, then f is strictly increasing and g is non-decreasing. So can g be increasing? Can g be decreasing? Can it be decreasing? So f is a continuous function, right? And you're saying that g is decreasing. So you're saying, let's say you have a situation where g of 0.5 is equals to 0.7 and g of 0.7 is equals to 0.5. Okay, so the first time it achieves 0.5 is at zero point 0.7, but the first time it achieves 0.7 is at zero point 0.5. Okay, so the irony of that thing is that suppose this is your unit box. Okay, so now the irony of this situation is that 0.5 comma zero point 0.7 is a point and 0.7 comma zero point 0.5 is a point. Okay, so my original function, if it f of x has to take this point, f of this implies that f of 0.5 is equals to f of is equals to 0.7. Okay, so my original function should have reached this point by it reaches 0.7, 0.5. So at 0.5, my f value should be equal to 0.7. Okay, so if my function starts from origin and reaches this point by reaches a value of 0.7 by it reaches 0.5, it should have crossed the value 0.5 at some point in between, because for the f function, for my function f of x, in order to reach from here to here, okay, from here to here, it should cross this line at least once. So the uh, so if it is taking 0.7 value at 0.5, it should take 0.5 value at least at one point before 0.7. Okay, so 0.5, yeah, it is completely possible that my original f function, it looks like this. Okay, it's possible that my f function looks like this. This is 0.7. But in that situation, g of 0.5 cannot be 0.7. It should be some point here. So this should be your g of g value. Okay, so this should be your g of 0.5. Okay, so it has to be g has to be non-decreasing. Now, if g is continuous, then f is strictly increasing. Now, can it be that f is strictly increasing? So let's say f is not strictly increasing. Let's take f function which looks like this. It increases like this, goes constant like this, and then is like this. Okay. So this point is, let's say, 0.2, and this point is, let's say, 0.8, and this point is, let's say, 0.5. Okay. So it increases to 0.5 by 0.2. It is constant over the interval 0.2 to 0.8, and then it again starts increasing between 0.8 and 1. It reaches a value 1. Okay, so g of 0.5 minus g of 0.5 minus something less than 0.5, it's going to be 0.2, the minimum x at which f takes a value 0.5, and g of 0.5 plus is going to be, so here the g value is going to be 0.8. Okay, so for the g function, the left hand limit and the right hand limit won't be equal if the function is constant, so that's why this function will be discontinuous. Okay, so the g function, if g function is continuous, then f has to be strictly increasing, because uh, if f is non-strictly increasing, suppose if it is constant over some interval, then your g function will turn out to be discontinuous. So that's why b has to be true as well. So both a and b are true.